Today's a special day. It's photographer Eric's birthday.
Oh, too bad we can't see him.
Too bad we can't see him. Eric, show people your face.
Oh, God, they don't want to see it. Happy birthday.
Guess what Eric's family got him for his birthday?
What?
A massage.
At a weird location.
Good for you.
It's like Sweet Bee.
Yeah.
Don't say the name.
No, just saying, like, it's an apartment, but, like...
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I thought you meant sweet bee.
Sweet. Oh, we thought it was called Sweet Bee's Sensual Massage. No.
Like B. Arthur.
His wife is sending him to Sweet Bee somewhere.
Oh.
No sign, no nothing. Well, happy birthday, Eric.
Happy
and
birthday.
for your birthday, we're going to do a show. Leo, roll the open.
Every day.
Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. Every day. We do it our own way. Sing it out every day. Yeah, let's make it a good day. Every day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Now, here's Jason.
Hi, everybody. Hello. Oh, I've just been told I shouldn't dance. I'm sorry. Yeah. Good morning. How y'all doing? You doing well? Good. Welcome to the show. I'm Jace. First up, when it comes to Christmas cards, most people choose like a family pick or maybe just run out and buy some cards at the store. But how about something a little more delicious? Starting today, Hidden Valley Ranch is selling a holiday card collection. Yeah, and get this, it comes with a little something extra. Ranch.
Yeah. Okay.
Ranch. Each card in the pack has a hidden serving of Hidden Valley Ranch dressing in a sealed packet. The cards also feature foods that go well with ranch, like fries, chicken wings, or if you live here in Minnesota, pizza crust. Yeah. If you live here in Minnesota, it goes well on everything.
It does. It does.
She loves ranch. Give it up for Fallon, everybody.
I love ranch. Careful.
I know, I'm getting old. Hi, everybody. Hello. What's up, friends?
Do you notice anything new about me?
Let me say two things. First, I know what you're getting to, but you do look different than you did in our meeting. Did you like part your hair in the different ways since the before the show?
I mean, I put makeup on.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's the main difference.
Because you look great.
Oh, thanks.
But I did notice something. You seem to have your arm on an armrest. Is that true? Yeah.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Now, I heard Erin Schwaberini, our, first of all, amazing singer, mother, daughter, bingo caller, former nun. But audience.
Yeah.
I heard her say this to the audience, and she's absolutely right. So let me quickly explain why we're pointing out a damn armrest on a show. So see this thing? Okay, we debuted this new set with season 10. What month is this, Fallon? Is this November?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting.
We debuted it like 3 months ago. And you know, we as humans don't like change. And I can't blame people. Oh, my God. When we debuted this set, we got so many emails. I don't like this. I don't like that. I hate purple. I don't. Fallon is too low compared to me. There's too much distance between the two of us. And by the way, that's a court-ordered kind of thing.
Yeah. I requested to be on his lap, and he said no.
No,
It was like so rude, yeah.
But look.
How cute would that have been if I was kind of like facing him a little bit, and then we could turn the chair. Sometimes I'd be facing the camera, sometimes he would. That's
no. Anyway, but one of the things we got the most about, and I got to tell you, I had a hand in the design of this set. I really did. Everything on the set has intention, and I try not to get defensive about it, but I took it because this means a lot to me anyway. The one thing that I went, people might be right about this, was the fact that, and I should have caught this into the design, there was no armrest here for people to be more comfortable. I noticed it when Schwaberini would fill in. Aaron would be like this. You know, and I wanted Aaron. Now, granted, Aaron was on the sauce that day, but I mean, on that day, right?
every day.
I mean, it's every day anyway. But they were right, so we called the set people and we said, "Hey, set people, can you jerry rig this?" And then, but they know. They went to the designer, and now, are you comfortable? Are you happy?
I mean, I have a little bit of a lean, but it's better. Yes,
No, because now Aaron's right. Now we're going to get emails about this. There's not one on that side. Well, nobody rarely sits there. And if people, let me tell you, if you write about that, oh, God, I want to come to your house and critique your living room. Yeah, right there it is.
That's so you can
Thank you,
clear
Leo,
people
for getting
off.
a shot of that. Yeah.
You can clear people off that way.
Exactly.
Just push them off when their time's up.
That's right, like the Gong Show. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. Delicious dish. First up, friends. Oh, God, I love this. A public service announcement, or a warning, perhaps, for anyone planning to see Wicked this weekend.
Nice.
Oh, row 2 is going to be trouble. I can tell right now. Here's your public service announcement. Keep your mouth shut.
Oh.
AMC Theaters is sending, this is no joke, a warning to Wicked fans about singing along to the movie. Theaters plan to run a 30-second warning set to clips from the musical telling moviegoers to not talk, do not text, and most of all, no singing or wailing.
Wailing?
AMC says it's part of their policy against disruptive behavior. Now, it's not clear, though, how AMC is going to enforce this.
Well, they have sing-along, like, showing. So if you...
Christmas, they're doing it.
Yeah, so you can't resist the sing-along, then wait till the sing-along showing.
Absolutely. And
I don't want to hear you. I want to hear Ariana Grande or Cynthia Erivo.
That's what, yeah. Yeah. And if you want to be popular, be quiet.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some theaters.
And I get it. I get it.
We get it. We both get it. Yeah.
People have been waiting for years for this. They love the songs. Bjorn himself said he had to be muzzled because he was going to sing along. But yeah, it's
Producer Bjorn was at our press screening. His family, we literally had to tie him up. We had to just tie him up because he wanted to sing. But no, all kidding aside, you guys have heard me complain about this. I actually appreciate AMC doing this because I think I know you well. Part of our resistance from getting out of our soft pants and going to movie theaters is because of morons talking and disrupting the movie-going experience. So bravo to AMC for doing this.
Yeah.
As Fallon, per usual, was right. Some theaters are, write that down, some theaters are actually holding official sing-along screenings of Wicked to let you belt out if you want to. Sing Popular, sing Defying Gravity. I think they're happening on Christmas.
Yeah, I think that's when they start. Yeah,
check AMC's website for that. Next, I've said it before and I will say it again. Howard Stern, hi Howard, is one of the best celebrity interviewers ever. Like right now, he's it. Cher was a guest on Howard Wednesday promoting her new memoir, Cher, Part 1. And she talked, there's so many things. I could literally spend an hour talking about this interview, but I pulled out a few things. She talked about, this first thing is how she almost quit her Oscar-winning role in Moonstruck. Listen to this.
Nicolas Cage, I mean, he's a quirky guy. Great. You got along well with him?
I quit the movie because they weren't going to hire him.
Oh, you went to bat for him. Who were they thinking of getting for that movie?
And this is an actor I love, Peter Gallagher, but there was only Nikki in my mind ever.
How'd you know him, or is it just you knew him from his
I didn't
act?
know him.
You didn't?
I saw Peggy Sue Got Married.
Right.
And I thought, this is the only man who can play this part. This is the only man who can say, Chrissy, give me the big knife.
Yeah, but Peggy Sue Got Married. I thought it was an odd choice when he put on that voice. You know,
Right. But who would
do
actor
that?
who makes that choice is the actor you want to be in that movie.
Absolutely. Cher also shared a crazy story about how she met and started a relationship with Warren Beatty. Listen to this.
You're driving around. Warren Beatty cuts you off. He didn't know it was you. It was a legitimate
nobody.
traffic thing.
I was a kid.
Yeah, you were 16 years old. Warren Beatty looks at you because you had to get out of the car, and you say, "Hey, what are you doing? You cut me off." And he looks at you and he's like, "Hey, come back to my place." And the next thing you know, you're in Warren Beatty, one of the biggest stars in the world. You're in his house swimming with him.
I did it because my mom and my best friend liked him.
And you become his, like, I don't want to say girlfriend, but I mean...
I wasn't a girlfriend.
You were a lover of his.
For a minute and a half. Except later, he calls me after I don't even know how long. And he goes, "Hey, Cher, it's Warren." I go, "Oh, hey, how are you?" He said, "You want to go to dinner?" And I went, "Well, I have a boyfriend." And he said, "You want to go to lunch?"
Yeah, right. He doesn't care.
No.
No.
Lunch is acceptable. There's a little, the very end, listen till the very end. I noticed a little apprehension. I call it guarded, a little guardedness from Cher with Howard. And anybody that sits in that chair in Howard's studio, I don't care if they've never been in there before. I don't care if they don't like interviews. Howard puts them at ease. It's one of his great broadcasting gifts. And I noticed that Cher was a little guarded, and I'm like, what's that about? At the very end, 5 minutes until the interview's over, Cher made a reference that, joking, she goes, "I would rather eat glass than be sitting here." And Howard said, "Let's talk about that. Why?" And Cher, her usual blunt self, said, "You've said things about me in the past that I have not liked." And Howard, I think good people, you admit when you're wrong, you own your stuff. Howard is talking about his growth for years. He goes, "I apologize," and he apologized to Cher. And I thought it was a really cool moment between two adults where, we're in an era where it's not cool to admit you're wrong, or, you have to be like, I don't know what that was, but I mean, you have to be like that. But it was cool to see him show his growth and apologize to Cher. It's one of 100 reasons why you should listen to this interview. Thank you, Howard. Yeah, great. The book's available too. He's grown.
I mean, I guess her people must have made her do the interview then, because they're like, "Oh, this is beneficial. You got to do it." Because I feel like Cher would just be like, "No, I don't like him. I'm not going on that show."
I think, like most people, she knows that he has grown, and he's a good guy. You can hear the whole interview on Sirius. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after this. Better use that. Welcome back.
Gotta use it.
We always talk to the audience during the break, and we also did another public service announcement. Aaron Schwaberini again asked, "Hey, do you have any suggestions of when you should go tinkle during Wicked? Because it's 2 hours and 40 minutes." And I heard this suggestion from Bjorn: anytime a man or an animal sings, you can go out of there, except for Jonathan Bailey.
Well,
except for that, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't
you
miss
can't
him.
miss him.
Yeah.
Next, welcome back. It's a reunion 20 years in the making. Lindsay Lohan and Lacey Shea Bear were both guests on Watch What Happens Live Wednesday night and recreated an iconic Mean Girls scene. Andy helped too. Look at this.
Having lunch with the plastics was like leaving the actual world and entering Girl World. And Girl World had a lot of rules.
You can't wear a tank top 2 days in a row, and you can only wear your hair in a ponytail once a week. So I guess you picked today. Oh, and we always vote before we ask someone to eat lunch with us. I mean, you wouldn't buy a skirt first without asking your friends if it looks good on you.
I wouldn't?
Right. Oh, and it's the same with guys. Like, you may think you like someone, but you could be wrong.
120 calories and 48 calories from fat. What percent is that? I'm only eating foods with less than 30 calories from fat.
It's 40%. Well, 48 over 120 equals x over 100, and then you cross multiply and get the value of x.
Whatever. I'm getting cheese fries.
Lindsay looks so good.
Oh my gosh.
They both look fantastic. Yeah. Andy, but yeah, Lindsay and Lacey look great. Next, learning more on the life of a Hollywood paparazzo. Dax Holt is talking to one of the top photogs in the business in the latest episode of his podcast, Hollywood Raw. Audience, say hello to Dax Holt.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Hi, buddy. Who's your guest this week?
So we had a phenomenal guest. I love when we get like paparazzi on. I mean, I just think there is really interesting stories to be told, and Clint Brewer is probably one of the most successful guys out there. He has probably taken more photos than most people that you would 100% recognize. You remember the photos of J-Lo's wedding, for example.
Yeah.
The photos that popped up of her in the wedding dress in Georgia, those were all him, and he actually gets into the story about how he was able to get those photos, because when all this wedding was going down on that like plantation that Ben owns down there, he said no one wanted to go up in the air. It was like all the helicopters were grounded. People were having a hard time with getting up in the air to take photos. And it's pretty common. Whenever there's a celebrity wedding, you always see helicopters or you hear them kind of zooming around. He said we actually had to go find a guy who had a plane. I guess he was a pilot. His dad owned a plane, and he was like, sure, we'll go up, why not? And then halfway through, he found out that why they were up there, and he ended up taking the plane like way down low so that the pilot could see, because his wife was a big fan of J-Lo, and talks about the whole craziness that he sold the photos before even touching down, and that they made him, and he actually talks about how much money he's been making on all these photos over the years and how much it brings in. It's really a fascinating conversation.
And those are the type of photos, because Dax, you know, the industry has changed since you and I started. Now with Instagram and celebrities sharing their own stuff and making their own money, it's those type of photos that still bring in the money. Am I right on that?
Crazy money. He goes, the money definitely isn't the same that it used to be years ago, because there is so much access to these celebrities and influencers, because they're putting it all out themselves. So you don't often get a set like the J-Lo wedding. And he goes, with those, I thought that she was going to put out her own set by the professional photographer right away and ruin his set. And he goes, she didn't put him out for a week later. So I had a week's worth of sales, money coming in, people wanting to see the wedding dress. And he goes, and I was the only one up there because no one else was taking helicopters up. So he's like, I had them all to myself. He was like, it was unbelievable how great the photos were. He said, and that pilot got so low, he had to like change lenses, because he was like, I couldn't even have a super far lens on. I don't know. Not something that I would do, but I love hearing the stories behind it for sure.
Before we go, Dax, would you wish, because he loves you, would you wish photographer Eric a happy birthday? His wife is sending him to a nondescript massage parlor today for his birthday. Yeah.
Wow. Eric, have fun at your massage, bro. Happy birthday.
The great Dax Holt, everybody. Listen to the Hollywood Raw podcast, wherever you get your podcast. I am worried about Eric's massage, though. I really am.
I'm worried. No, I feel like the masseuse is going to be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll be like, this is not what I expected.
Yeah. Well,
so,
that's everybody's reaction when Eric walks into a room.
Yeah.
Or who knows? Yeah. More dish now. I hate to do this on a regular basis, but I know I do, Aaron. I really do. But audience, get ready to feel old. Next year marks 35 years since Pretty Woman. Yeah. Oh, God. I remember going to that in high school, man. Anyway, it came out in 1990. Please, I don't need to tell you, it became a huge hit. So it's probably not surprising the stars of the movie get asked about it all the time, even today. So Richard Gere stopped by The Tonight Show Wednesday night, and you're going to love this. I know a lot about this movie, but I didn't know this. He talked about a story. Shared a story about how Julia Roberts got the part. It's all thanks to a meeting between the two stars set up by the director, the late, great Gary Marshall. Listen to this.
Oh, wow. But I remember Julia came to see me in New York, and he said, Richard, she's good. She's good. You like her.
You like her.
You like her. She's good. So she came to New York, and she's sitting in my office. Gary introduced us, and he left. And he called back like 45 minutes later, and he's going, "How's it going?" and I said, "It's Gary."
Yeah.
So I'm talking to Gary, and she's on the other side of the desk, and she's writing something on one of my Post-its there, in the middle of it. And then she turns around and puts it, and when I read it, it says, "Please say yes."
No way.
So I said, "Gary, I think I just said yes."
Come on.
Oh, great. That's sweet. Richard says he forgot all about the story until Julia reminded him at the movie's 25th anniversary celebration. Richard's out promoting the new movie, The Agency. Look, I know some of it hasn't aged well. I know people, some people look at it with modern eyes and go, ooh. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
No.
I love that movie.
Me too.
It's endlessly charming to me.
I love it so much.
When I've been to the Reg Bev Will a few times, and I always have to get a drink.
Oh, yeah.
I always have to go there. I got to stay there once, and I cried because it's just, again, it's part of my teenage years, so I love it.
I got to stay there one time as well, and it was like, it's amazing, but also just, she is so perfect in that movie. I love her so much. She's stunning. I can't imagine anyone else in that role.
No one. And you can say that, and people say that all the time, but I cannot picture another. And again, that's another great behind the scenes story. Google it. That movie took so many turns. It's really actually a dark story. The original screenplay had her dying at the end. And then it got Disney had it, and then they had Mickey Mouse was like, the hooker can't die. Goofy's like, save the prostitute. We gotta, so.
Famous quotes from those two.
From Mickey, there's Disney sells a t-shirt, save the hooker. Next.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's in,
I think it.
They sell those in Tomorrowland.
They do, yeah. Next, fans of Sex and the City saw Carrie Bradshaw go through quite a few guys during the run of the show. But there's one breakup that all of you remember, if you're a fan of the show. In the 6th season, Carrie dated Jack Berger, played by Ron Livingston. He famously broke up with Carrie on a Post-it note. And it seems some fans couldn't separate a TV show from real life. Watch. Oh, Livingston is married to a fellow actor, Rosemary DeWitt. She was on the Drew Barrymore show this week and talked about the fan reaction to his Sex and the City character. Watch this.
Back in the day when we first started dating, we'd be walking in the West Village and there'd be those Sex and the City tours. And Ron would be like, go left. And we'd have to like duck into Magnolia Bakery or something because women would come up and scream at him. They'd be like, you broke up with her on a Post-it. You know what I mean? So he really got a lot of heat for a long time.
Well, okay, so.
Drew, get away from her! I can't even watch the interview. She's basically laying on her. Anyway, get this. Rosemary is actually a part of the Sex and the City universe. Listen to this. She played Aiden's wife on And Just Like That on the spinoff.
Oh, yes.
But I couldn't hear that because I was looking at Drew lay on her. I would
be so insecure about my breath all the time.
Me too.
I would be like, I can't do this. What if my breath I had a tuna salad for lunch? I don't know. I'd be so uncomfortable.
I have literally bottles of Listerine here, even from our distance.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know. He was always popping a Listerine strip in the back. I think he wishes I would occasionally.
Your breath smells like fresh spearmint.
No, it doesn't. You are a kind liar. Thank you.
You're welcome. I take Venmo. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Laughs, snacks, and suggestions.
Hey, Mom, you look like a fat lady in a swimsuit.
Still ahead. Oh, she is one of Canada's top comedians. Julie Kim's live in our studio. And then it is the Great Potato Chip Taste-Off. Executive producer Jeff claims cheaper chips are actually tastier than the fancy ones. We'll see. And I have a TV recommendation for you. That and more when The Jason Show continues. Our special guest today is considered one of Canada's top stand-up comedians, and her mission is to spread, and we need it, happiness and laughter no matter how much shaming she has to endure, even from her own daughter. Watch.
Everyone will tell you to raise a strong and confident girl, but what they don't tell you is that she will also be the meanest person you've ever met. Okay? My child is my bully. Who am I going to tell? We went swimming. I came out in a new swimsuit, and she just goes, "Hey, Mom, you look like a fat lady in a swimsuit."
Wow. Julie Kim is touring all over North America and has shows this weekend in Minneapolis. Audience, give it up for Julie Kim, everyone. Did they push you backstage? Well, how did you react to that comment from your daughter? Oh, please use our new armrest. This is brand new.
This?
That just got installed today.
Well, it's funny because thank you for laughing at the joke. It was hilarious. But also at the end, I just say, like when she said, "You look like a fat lady in a swimsuit," and I say, "That's not even an analogy." Like, I don't know what the hell she's doing. I mean, I don't know. Why do you think I tour so much? I mean, they're very abusive at home.
But you're kind of glutton for punishment. Bjorn told me you brought her on tour.
Yes, I do like to spend time with my family, and where at all possible, you know, I take them on tour with me, but I do put them to work. They do merch and all that kind of stuff, and like, you know, massage me.
Free labor.
Yeah, absolutely. So one time, so I think, because we had seen the Nate Bargatze special, am I allowed to mention other comics?
Of course you can.
He's so amazing, and so there was like this thing where his little daughter brought him up to stage, and my daughter wanted to be a part of it, and so I thought, okay, you can go on stage and announce me, and she was really excited. So she goes on stage to a hot audience. She goes, "I'm the daughter of Julie Kim." And then before she could say anything else, the audience erupted. They're like, "Yeah, woo, 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 woo." And it took like a long time, and she was taking it all in, and then she just bowed and left the stage. That's it. Don't clap. I was like, go back and ask me. She goes, "No, I'm done." And then she left. So that is the one and only time she was allowed on stage. She's banned now. And I told her to move out. She's 7. She's fine.
She's fine. They're malleable. They'll persevere.
That's right. Clearly a survivor.
Does she know you're cool? Does she think you're cool, that you have a cool job?
So no, not at all. Not at all. The main thing, you know, when she was growing up was like, why do you have to have a job where you go away? Because a lot of parents don't, right?
Yeah.
So that part is not really cool. I think she thinks I'm cool sometimes, like when we get to a venue and everyone's like, "Hi, Julie, right this way." Or like sometimes, not often, but you know, I'll be on the street and someone will say, "Julie Kim," you know, and it's always nice. It's like, love your comedy. It's never like, "You're a piece of right?"
Yeah.
Never that. Was I allowed to swear? Anyways.
It's fine. Yeah, no, we're good. You
Are
didn't.
we?
No,
I didn't.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's always been positive. So it is in those cases where she's like, "Mom, why are you so famous?" Right? And things like that. But also the funny thing is this, some people get worried about their kids getting lost, like at an amusement park or a mall or something like that. She gets lost for 30 seconds. She walks up to somebody and goes, "My mom is Julie Kim. Here's her Instagram." And then she'll just have them find me. I know.
She pitches your Instagram when she's lost?
Yeah, she's a little manager.
I mean, a plug is a plug is a plug. Can I ask you, it's one of the funniest things, you know, I get these cards from Bjorn, various little talking points. My favorite, can I read one right off here? Here we go.
Okay.
Where is it here? Oh, ask her about her problem with Mulan.
This makes it sound a lot worse than it is. All right.
But I can understand maybe go ahead. Yeah.
I would like to know your problems after about Mulan. No, I'm just kidding.
I have with a different Disney princess.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. Okay. Well, all I think is like Asian representation in the media is much bigger than it was before. When I was growing up, I didn't see a lot of people who looked like me on the screen. And for those of us who experience that, you know, we grow up kind of thinking we're not part of the main narrative of even the world that we live in. So, but my daughter, before she hit the age of like 5, she watched like so many Disney movies, right? Including like Mulan and Raya and the Last Dragon, etc. So these movies have made her very confident and basically have ruined my life. Too much confidence is a thing, right?
You want a more tepid Disney princess.
Yes.
Smaller goals.
That's right. That's
a
right.
revolution?
Yeah, just sit and do your math homework. How about that?
I want to end with this because I always love this because I know I'm a person that got to live out his dream. Is comedy something you always wanted to do? Were you funny like as a kid?
I watched a lot of TV as a kid, and a lot of TV I was allowed to watch were comedies, and I used humor to basically survive, I think. You know, I was, I had immigrant parents. They were very strict, and we didn't have a lot of money, but what we did have was the TV. But it was never something that I thought I could do, and I actually started stand-up comedy as a way to become a better speaker in corporate because I realized everybody was talking over the women. So I became a better speaker by doing that and then just never stopped. And it's been like 14 years. That's it.
Well,
thank you.
I love having you come back. I'm glad Fallon didn't push you down back there.
Not yet.
Not yet. Give it up for Julie Kim, everybody. She's performing this weekend at the Acme Comedy Club in Minneapolis. If you're watching us from across the country, check dates near you. Go to our website, boop, juliekimcomedy.com. Back after this. Thank you so much. What a pleasure. No, thank you for being here. You're Acme. Have you performed at Acme?
Let's make it a good
The Great Potato Chip Challenge coming up.
I can't wait.
Will Jeff be right?
Probably.
Before we move on with the festivities, I know Fallon will second. I just want to compliment Julie Kim because pulling back the curtain a little bit, Fallon knows this from a radio show. Sometimes interviewing comedians are hard because they put so much on the stage and they're sometimes in real life a little demure, a little shy, a little quiet. Julie was fantastic to interview and great. So Julie, thank you so much. Go see her when she comes near you. It's hard to do a TV, you know what I mean?
It's true. I think it would be really incredibly hard to be a comedian and do interviews because you feel like you have to get a few jokes in quickly. But a couple of my worst interviews I've ever had in my career were with really, really famous comedians.
So when you get a good one like that, you appreciate
Amazing,
it.
yeah.
Welcome back. TV's biggest moments. I finally got a chance. You know, we love to recommend things that we think you should watch. I got a chance to watch a fairly new series looking at 4 memorable moments on TV that changed pop culture. It's from the CNN documentary unit, and it's called TV on the Edge. Watch.
A lot of people in America were watching, and then the next day, our world changed.
Murphy has baby, Quail has cow.
It was an hour episode, watched by 70 million people.
Ellen's coming out episode suddenly says to the world, it's okay to be gay.
Someone needed to blow the whole thing open, and she did.
Oprah was more than a talk show host.
She added this confessional, intimate aspect, making television feel like a friend.
TV on the Edge from CNN. You can watch us on Max. Guys, you're going to love it. It's fascinating. I don't care which one you watch. Each one focuses on a different thing. I'm going to highlight, you know which one I'm going to highlight, and that's the one that looks back at the discussion of weight in conjunction with Oprah and Oprah's weight loss journey. Especially, look at this episode when she wheeled out a wagon of 60-some pounds of fat, representing the weight that she lost on OptiFast, an all-liquid diet. This, my friends, after 25 years of the Oprah Winfrey Show, this remained the top-rated episode of 25 years of the show. But they don't just talk about that particular episode. What the series does well is they take a moment in pop culture and they talk about the cultural significance. And with this, it's obviously weight in popular culture and how from that moment every narrative about Oprah was basically about her body. Whether it was her fault or not, she propelled the narrative forward and made the tabloid press kind of forever vultures over her loss and gain over the years. And as a fan, and I watched basically every episode of the 25 years, I was there with her, but it was fascinating. The other one to watch is the Murphy Brown Dan Quayle one, and that again, that was another cultural shift. You're looking at it now, where Vice President Dan Quayle came up publicly and criticized Murphy for having a child out of a marriage. Now, look, in some social circles, that seems pretty quaint nowadays, but it's funny. Culture is very cyclical. We're kind of coming back around to stuff like that, and how the vice president thrusted himself into pop culture. The other one looks at Kanye post-Katrina and that telethon, and the other one was Ellen. No matter which one you watch, it's a good 40-some minute deep dive into cultural moments that TV presented. It's really well done.
Yeah, I would be, first of all, I didn't know about the Murphy Brown one. I think that must have been a little before my time.
92.
Okay, yeah, I was too young for that probably, but that is surprising, but like you said, not surprising. It wouldn't be surprising to even hear about that in this day and age, honestly. But.
No, you know, back in, politicians really didn't enter pop culture. There was very much a separation. I mean, you know, Bill Clinton played the sax on Arsenio Hall. Richard Nixon appeared on Laugh-In, but the two worlds really didn't cross. And Dan Quayle put himself in the crossfire. I mean, he was in Johnny Carson's monologue every night. Fascinating. You can watch it on Max right now. It's called TV on the Edge. When we come back, the great potato chip taste-off.
I'm excited. Best bit we're doing all week. Best bit.
Best segment. Carbs. Welcome back. It's hard to find anyone who doesn't love biting into a crispy, salty, slightly greasy potato chip. But what is your chip of choice? Like, I'm talking like your potato chip. What is yours? Today, we're holding the first ever Jason Show Potato Chip Challenge right there. Okay, here's how it's gonna work. I swear we can make potato chips dramatic on this show. Anyway, here's how this is gonna work. In the wavy potato chip world, Lay's chips are king, okay? But we wanted to see if the lower priced generic versions sold at nationwide chains could actually be better. Bless you.
That I was going to.
Fallon and I have the very tough job of sampling 4 different wavy chips, but we don't know which brand. We don't know which brand is which. We will pick, we will pick our favorites from these 4 brands. Look at them on your screen right now. Lay's Wavy, Great Value brand from Wally World, Walmart, Market Pantry from Target, and Clancy's Wavy Chips from the Aldi.
Aldi.
From the Aldi.
Okay.
Now, the producer set up the 4 different chips, so we have no idea what we are. Are you already drinking?
I gotta get my palate cleanser ready.
Yeah, let's cleanse our palate. Okay, go. Ready? Cheers. Here, cheers.
Oh,
there we go.
Cheers, yeah.
Okay.
That was a wet sip.
There we go. Okay, stay on your box. I'll bring it over to you. There we go, yeah.
Thank you.
Chip number 1.
No. It went bland immediately. It's like a bazooka gum that dies out quick, you know?
Okay, chip number 2.
Is this like high quality television watching us chew each?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
That one stayed salty longer.
I like the crunch. Is that one good?
The what did you just say?
I have no idea.
The crunch. Did you just say the crunch is that one good?
I spoke like Yoda. The crunch on that one is good.
Oh, okay. That's a very different taste.
That is very different.
That's very different from these.
Okay.
Okay.
Bring that one over.
Okay.
I gotta tell you, this is hard.
It's very hard. That's the saltiest. That's the most unique. That's the most bland. This is kind of like the Baby Bear and Goldilocks, where it's kind of like I don't know. But I love salty.
I'm picking, this is my favorite. Oh. This is my favorite, I think. Oh, wait, no, hold on a minute. This is my favorite. Those are my favorites.
No, that's the most plasticky. This one.
Okay, so here's my favorite. Oh, let's do the other ones first. Here we go. This is the blandest. I do agree with Fallon on this one. We both rated this one the blandest. Which one is it? That is... What is that?
Lay's.
Lay's!
The most expensive, too. $5.
That, yeah, ick. Anyway, okay. We also really didn't focus on this one.
Well, it was kind of like the in-between of all of them.
That wasn't bad, though.
I didn't mind that one. That was almost tied for first for me.
I wouldn't kick that out of bed. Okay, here we go. That one is what? Aldi.
Old Clancy. That's Jeff's favorite.
That's, okay. Now, this was my favorite.
This one tasted the most plasticky to me.
Really? Yeah. Okay, here we go. That one is Target.
Sorry, Target.
$2 for that. Okay, and then Fallon reveals. Is that your favorite?
It's the saltiest, which could be how they cover up the taste. I don't know. But I liked it, so it's obviously our Walmart.
Walmart. Wow. I am shook about the Lay's.
I am as well. Did we just get a bad batch?
I don't know. No, but you know.
None of them are bad.
Again, look, I'll eat. You put that in some green onion dip and I'm good. But these forward, these are all really good. I like them. This one had a good crunch to it. Aldi had a great crunch to it.
Old Clancy knows what he's doing.
That's right. Well, there we go. There's our potato chip taste
some
test.
money.
The winners, the off-brands. Sorry, Lay's. We're gonna, yeah, I gotta take another drink. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Yeah. Welcome back.
Don't push me.
We were going to say there's a local brand called Old Dutch that we didn't want to spotlight because you can't get it across the country. We like Old Dutch. And then let me give a shout out to our Chicago friends. I grew up in Chicagoland. Jay's potato chips are not Lay's, but Jay's are so, no, again, I'm really busting on the Lay's, but they're so good. Well, the Jason Show Christmas Cardapalooza is already off to a big start. After launching yesterday, here's a live look at the Jason Show mailroom. Look at this. This is where all your cards are being sorted right now in our mail facility, right now. Look at that. Anyway, remember, you can send us a Christmas card, and we'll send this one back to you signed by the two of us. Yeah. The address is on your screen. We'll also put it on all of our social channels, so you don't need to write it down. And speaking of that, don't forget, The Jason Show is now on Blue Sky. Just search for The Jason Show. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Our birthday princess. Our birthday princess. Nobody's better. Photographer Eric, everybody, the birthday boy. Hey, I also want to give a shout out, a birthday shout out. He shares a birthday with my radio co-host and friend Alexis Thompson. I love you, Lex. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Alexis.
Okay. I hate to say this, but I say it 5 times a year. Fallon was right. I have switched in the commercial break. I have switched. So if the Associated Press wants to be notified, Target is no longer my favorite potato. No longer my favorite potato chip. I have switched to Aldi. Aldi is now better. There we go.
Clancy.
That's right. Or we gotta love Clancy. Hey, Monday on the show, setting the table for Thanksgiving. Stephanie Hansen is helping host Level Up their tablescapes. That's coming up on Monday. But right now, that's gonna do it for us. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Thanks to this incredible audience today. We appreciate them, and we appreciate you. Make it a good day, everybody. We'll see you on Monday live.